So, welcome back, friends. The US markets are set to open shortly in about 20 minutes' time. Uh, Many things which come to the forefront at this point of time are the first look at the futures. Dow is up over 500 points. We have the Nasdaq and S&P 500 futures down. We have the commencement of the US Fed Reserve meeting, which will have a tremendous impact not only on the US markets but markets across the world. So there could be a little bit of uncertainty over the next few days regarding not just the outcome of the Fed meeting, because that's understandable, but what the various governors of the Fed are talking about. I believe there should be like split house, right? Some people in favor of cutting, and some people just want status quo, and some even looking at the rising inflation. And oil as a factor looks to have created an even more difficult situation because it's been really furiously rising and falling in just a matter of few days. So it's really difficult what will the eventual impact will be on the inflation numbers. We also have on Thursday an important personal consumption index, the PCE data coming out of the US, which should also be very important because it's one of the important gauges that the US Fed uses. Now, coming back to the US markets, first importance is that Kevin Walsh is looking to rehaul the way of communicating data, the way of making the inflation data, and all these will stand to question. Secondly, you have many of the tech stocks uh, getting more of a floating stock. For example, in case of SpaceX, there's a lot of stock which is going to come into the market. It's going to come off the lock in, and all this, once the supply of stock increases, that can also have an impact. The third thing that is of paramount importance is that these tech stocks have rallied, the big tech have rallied so much, but they have stalled a little bit of late on the back of rising capex attributable to the AI story. How long this can continue? Uh, Fourthly, I do believe in the AI story, but I still believe that the valuations still quite high as dictated by the AI chip. Uh, the way they have been falling over the last few weeks is itself indicative of how much the AI stock related rally has run ahead of itself. So all these things combined make it a situation where, although the AI story has not run out and it's in fact just the beginning, it's going to percolate across the world. The AI stock valuations are going to come and haunt from time to time. So we have seen a little bit of it over the few weeks. There may be a little bit of calm before the next spell starts. Unfortunately, rather than fortunately, I would say that is going to happen sooner rather than later. So it's a little bit of uncertainty. However, there are certain countries, there are certain stocks which have not rallied with the AI story. For example, countries such as you have the UK stock market, the Indian stock market, these have the Hong Kong stock market. These have not really rallied as much, and particularly India has very much underperformed over the last couple of years, and they may do well in times when the AI story will not. So all said and done, we are entering into a period where there could be great divergence between tech stocks and non-tech stocks, as quite distinctly really revealed today also, with the Dow futures being so strong and the Nasdaq futures slumping as of now. At the same time, you may find countries and stock markets like India's market would do relatively better in a doomsday scenario or in a drawdown scenario. I would rather call it a drawdown. The doomsday is going to happen, but it's a little later. It may just take a little longer. And our algorithms have come to a near conclusion as to when that doomsday can also happen. But as of now, the time to time, the drawdowns which may happen in the markets, in the US markets, that will be of great significance. how long the Federal Reserve, headed by Kevin Walsh, try to target the 2% inflation target will be revealed in the FOMC meeting, which is commencing today. And we may have we should have the decisions. Decision is imminent tomorrow, so that should be a part of the record. But all said and done, it's we may see a split voice in the Fed, and the in fact Kevin Walsh is was last time talking about doing away with forward guidance. Now if the forward guidance goes away, then how, what proxy will the market try to find um, to be able to understand what is going to be the forward uh, guidance for the US markets, for how the market should treat the interest rates going forward, and how that can translate into stock valuations. That is going to be the key. So we look to be this combined with, as I told you, the floating stock, tremendous amount of floating stock, and as we understand, it's like 7% coming on stream of the and becoming a part of the floating stock every 2 weeks, beginning August. So there's going to be a lot of stock coming out of the lock-in period. That also will increase the supply, and will be something, will be like a force to reckon with. All this combined with the fact that we also have other IPOs, OpenAI, and the Anthropic, on which the investment bankers are working on, that can add to tremendous amount of supply in the US stock markets, and will also have a tremendous impact on the stock valuations, not only within the United States but overseas as well. Because once you find that the US markets start getting impacted to some way, the effects do spread across the world. The only consolation will be, of course, markets which did not move at all with the US markets, like India's markets. So they may get some reprieve in between, and that would present a tremendous opportunity for smart money to go and reap some of the benefits in stocks and in markets which have not yet rallied. So I think it's going to be very interesting next few months. The outlook looks to be, I don't think it is hazy. In fact, now I would say it is crystal clear. Once we are out of the FOMC meeting, the way forward, which I believe is going to be sharp rises and sharp falls as well. If you can make it and fine tune your portfolio for this, I think you will reap great rewards over the next several months. To get to know more about the US markets, do join our Prime Plus Telegram group by WhatsApping us on 732-732-2720. And for the Indian markets, you can WhatsApp us on 9820861044. Happy investing. Have a nice day. Take care. Bye-bye.